Behind every captivating YouTube channel, there is an unsung hero, the microphone. In the symphony of content creation, the microphone conducts the rhythm and tone, transforming mere videos into immersive experiences. Its importance lies not only in what it captures, but in how it breathes life into your message. So, join me in exploring the pivotal role of microphones in crafting compelling content. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So on this week's video, we are going to be discussing the importance of having a good microphone. Now, you may have purchased a nice and decent camera. You may even have purchased a nice and decent light. But when it comes to microphones, things can get a little bit overwhelming fast, as there is an enormous amount of different varieties and types of microphones out there. On this week's video, I'm gonna break down 3 types of microphones that I think go well and work perfectly for YouTube creators. Now, these 3 microphones do vary in price, and they also vary on the type of content that you create. Depending on that content, you may pick one of these microphones. I feel any of these microphones are great starting points if you are starting a YouTube channel in 2023. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. Let's begin with microphone number 1, and this is the Rode VideoMicro. This is the first microphone that I purchased when I started making videos in YouTube. Now, I didn't buy a microphone right away. It took me about 6 to 7 months to buy a decent microphone for my studio. Like I mentioned, at that moment, I didn't have that much money to buy a microphone, so I was just trying to do it as best as I could with the equipment that I had at the time. Now, for a starter microphone, I feel this is probably the best one, coming in at only $42 US. Now, this is the old version. They do have a newer version, which is the Rode VideoMicro 2. That one is gonna cost you $79 US. And they also have a Rode VideoMic Go 2, which is probably a little bit better, and that one is coming in at $99. So you see, in this first type of shotgun microphone, there is so many varieties and at 3 different price points. I truly recommend that if you are starting a YouTube channel and you are on a budget, the Rode VideoMicro gives excellent sound quality. Like I mentioned, I used this microphone for the beginning of a lot of my YouTube videos in the past 3 to 4 years. So it's a great one, and right now we're gonna test it out. All right, so before we get started, we are going to do a test. This is with no microphone. This is the audio coming straight out of my camera, so you can kind of hear how that sounds like before we go outside and try the other microphones. So yeah, this is how it sounds. This is coming straight out of my Canon EOS R, and it sounds like this. Probably decent, but you can do a lot better. Now let's go ahead and switch it out and put on the Rode VideoMicro first. All right, so this is how the Rode VideoMicro sounds outside. As you can see, it's a bit windy here, and yeah, this is how the microphone sounds. I think it's a great microphone for the price, and it's one that I've been using for a very long time, and I still use it a lot to this day. This is probably the microphone that is on my camera 99% of the time. The other rest, 1%, is between my Deity and the wireless Go system. So yeah, this is how it sounds. Now, when it comes to the Rode VideoMicro, I feel this one is pretty much a plug and play microphone, which means you just plug it into your camera and it's gonna automatically work when you turn on your camera. It does not have any power. All the power is received from your camera, and there is no adjustments on the microphone itself. All of the adjustments do have to come from your camera, but it is a nice way to just set it and forget it. Now, the second microphone that we are going to be talking about is the one that I use here in the studio, and this is my Deity D3 Pro. I purchased this microphone about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago, and this is just for my studio. I do not take this microphone outside. I do not blog with this, but it's a great microphone for studio or interview type of scenarios. This microphone does come in at $139, which is pretty good price since I bought this microphone at about $199 back when I purchased it. So it has come down in price. I still feel this is a great microphone, as you can hear the quality from all of my talking headshot videos. So this is how it sounds like. Let's go ahead and test this one outside. Oh, right, and this is how the D3 Pro sounds outside. It does have a little wind muff, and yeah, it sounds pretty great out here. The wind kind of slowed down a little bit, so there isn't that much wind to kind of compare it, but you can still kind of hear the way it sounds outside. And yeah, this is the way the D3 Pro sounds outside. When it comes to the Deity D3 Pro, this is a little bit more advanced, and some of the pros and cons for this one are as follow. For example, the D3 Pro is a battery microphone, which means that you have to charge it before you use it. As a matter of fact, in the recording of this video, halfway through it, my microphone died and I had to recharge it. Now, this is one thing that can happen, which is a con for me. I would love to have something that I can just turn on and it would be working automatically. Now, this microphone does have a couple of cool features. For one, the microphone does have adjustments on the microphone itself. So you can adjust your gain levels through the microphone and not your camera. Another cool feature about this little microphone is that it does turn off by itself. This happened to me all the time, where you are done making a YouTube video and you just turn your microphone and you just put everything away, but you actually forget to physically turn off and on the microphone. This microphone, after about 25 to 30 minutes, is gonna automatically turn itself off, which I think is a great feature. Alright, now let's talk about our third type of microphone. Now this is the Rode Wireless Go 2. These are best for like interviews, or if you are far away from your camera and you still want to be able to hear my voice like you are not doing on this video right now. Because the microphone is so far away, you can't even hear me. If I had my Rode Wireless Go, boom, you would be able to hear me from anywhere in this studio. So let's go ahead and find out how this thing sounds outside. Now, this is how the Rode Wireless 2 Go sounds. As you can see, I am outside and I am pretty far away from my camera. I'll say about 7 to 8 feet. And this is how the quality sounds. It is a bit windy out here, but like I mentioned, they are for a specific type of creator. All right, this is how it sounds. Now, when it comes to the Wireless Go 2s, these are, well, for once, they're my most recent and newest microphones that I have. First of all, again, you do have to turn them on every single time and you do have to charge them. Now, as other microphones in this type of realm, these microphones do not come with a little charging case like the DJI ones or the actual new Rode Wireless D3 Pros, I think that's what they're called. Those actually also come in a little case now, but the ones that I have did not come in a case, in a charging case. It does have a case to store them and to put all of the charging cables, but no charging case for the wireless Go 2s. Now, one of the things that I do like about these microphones is that you don't necessarily have to record to your camera. You do have about 40 hours of record time in each transmitter. So you can basically use it as a recording device. And this is how I use these microphones most of the time. Sometimes I do use the receiver and it is recorded and plugged in straight into my camera. Another con from these microphones are that you cannot adjust the gains from the transmitter themselves. You have to do it from the receiver. So if your camera is very far away and you need to adjust your levels, you do have to walk all the way to your camera and adjust it from the receiver on there. Now, like I mentioned, a Pro, on the other hand, is that you can just record straight into it and then sync your audio in post, which is something that a lot of people do here on YouTube. All right, guys, so that's gonna be pretty much it for this week's video. I hope you liked this week's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. Make sure you hit and smash the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And if you want to watch another video, I'll leave one right here, and I will leave another video on here. Pick whichever one you want. It's up to you. You guys be safe out there. See you guys next week.